Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and today we're going to be building some fighters. So last couple of weeks I was struggling with getting motivation for building stuff, but today I think that I have a couple of ideas, so let's just build some stuff and see what we can do. I want to build a fighter swarm, so 3 to 4 spaceship per round base, so they're gonna be quite small scale. So I think that this one is not opened yet. This one was opened. Okay, that's fine. So we have a super glue and we have our little wooden pieces. So first we're gonna start with the hexagonal shape, and I'm just gonna take 2 of those. Yeah, and let's just pop this, and then as the line is ending in here, we're just gonna attach this like that. Come on, come on. Oh, just my luck with super glue lately. Let's try this again and not fail this time around. So one side, and on that scale, I gonna tell you guys, I gonna have my fingers super glued before I can say I done it again. There we go. Yeah, so here we have it, a very simple. Well, I need to pull it a little bit back. Yeah, you can see that they already have a couple of them prepared. Very simple fighter. Yeah. And you can see that I already did build a couple of them. That was actually a couple of days ago. I was just playing Dungeons and Dragons with guys. I was thinking how I can make the fighter smaller. Yeah, so this is tiny, but it works as a fighter. You can fit a couple of them on the base. Yeah, and they look vaguely Star Wars-ish, Star Wars-esque. Yeah, which is a nice thing. Now, the second idea that I had was just to take one of those, then to take one of those, yeah, and slap it on top. Of course, now when I needed a little bit of super glue, it just squirted out. So again, finger gluing warning inserted in here. Okay, this one is kind of meh. And the idea for this ones was just to get this, and then I was just putting this where you have the little hole from the where the metal part was going in. I just put it on this line. Yeah. Come on. Nope, not enough super glue. Enough to glue my fingers to the plate to the ship, but not enough to get this. Ah, there we go. So here we have another type of the fighter. We have again couple more of them here. Yeah, that gives me a full squadron of 4. I can either mount them on a smaller basis or just on the individual base as 4. And then I was just like, I know that I can do more with this hexagonal shape. Yeah. So let's just show you what else I can do with it. So what I did, I just grabbed one of those, line of glue through the middle, and slap. We have this, yeah, and then we're going with the other side, yeah. Oh, I just grabbed the broken one. Whatever. Technically, this could be a ship already. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna make them like that. I'm gonna make a bunch of them, and then but this is not done. This is not the end of it. We're gonna go with this, and we're gonna add one in here and one over here, and we have another type of a fighter. And again, I have 3 more prepared ahead of time. Yeah, and for the next one, actually, I'm gonna do that what I just did. You know, I'm just gonna attach this, and we're gonna make this kind of weird-looking fighters. This is just, you know, like me. I'm just riffing in here, building stuff without really much of a thought. I want them to be fairly simple to recreate, and you know, fairly simple to build, because if I'm gonna be building like a swarm out of them, and then I want to have ease of build, not a multiple steps that are complicated to do. So that looks like some sort of a fighter. Yeah, let me just see. I remember making those orbs. There we go. I completely forgot about those orbs for a while now, but I have them. Yeah, and look at that, perfect orb. Yeah, let's just grab 4 of them, and I'm gonna build something that probably everyone gonna recognize straight away. But I just thought about that. Yeah, and you know, look at this. Yeah, and roughly in the middle. It's not going to be a perfect representation of one, because I would probably need a little bit bigger hexagons. Come on. Super glue, be a hero. But you probably know what it is. I was just looking at those hexes today, and I'm just like, can I actually do it? Would that work? And it does. It does. All right, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to look for a little bit bigger ones, a little bit bigger hexes. But let's just grab 6 more. Like, I'm running out of them. They are, I gonna be honest, I love those little buggers. They gave me so much more flexibility while building stuff. They just is a different shape. Then just a peg. Okay. Sorry, it wasn't cooperating, so we needed to go with the drastic measures. In this case scenario, it's a super glue accelerant. Yeah. So I just do this. 1. And the other. Come on. All right. And now we can go with the other side. That's 1. Yeah. And there we go. So we have our little set of Imperial TIE fighters. Yeah, they look funny. Yeah, like a little barrels. Yeah, but that's the best I could do probably. Although I have smaller beads. Uh, let's just try with smaller beads if that scale gonna fix it. Because from what I remember, the inside of the fighter, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. I watched it when I was kid, and I always, whenever we are discussing sci-fi universes, I'm like, I'm actually much more into Stargate than Star Wars. Yeah, a lot of people go like, how could you be more into Stargate? Because Stargate at its heart was actually a comedy show, not sci-fi show. And even though I love sci-fi, I think that comedy element of it was very important to me as a youngster and as an adult as well. And of course, like you have the more serious one, like the Stargate universe, yeah, when they were traveling in the dying ship. Well, not dying, but kind of weird ship. But yeah, generally the SG-1 was a comedy show, and I think that just for whatever reason, Stargate never really spoke to me all that much. And Star Trek, not Stargate, sorry. Yeah, not Star Trek, Star Wars. Why everything have to be Star? Yeah. And I'm one of those odd people who actually like Babylon 5, who like the Andromeda show or Cleopatra 2525, which by far most people don't have a clue. And of course, I did like Lex as well, which Lex is a very weird show. Yeah. But as a crafter, you can take inspiration from any universe. And you don't have to worry about anything because you're doing this for your own enjoyment, not for the corporations. So who cares? Yeah. And Star Wars have some of the, I wouldn't say best looking spaceships, but some of the most well known spaceships. Especially the TIE Fighter and what was the other one? The X Wing. Yeah. Even though the X-Wing technically was phased out by the Empire, the rebels love it because it was so universal and so on. Yeah, when the Empire have more specialized spaceships for different stuff. Yes, I learn stuff from the internet. All right, so we have two types of TIE fighter, ones with the smaller cabins and ones with the bigger ones. I think that the ones with the smaller cabins actually work better. But I did build that one weird one, so I need 3 more of it. So just grab a couple more. And at the end, we're gonna maybe come up with one more, yeah, after I've built those 3 extras, with one more that's gonna be a little bit more complex than the others, just for fun. So 1, 2, all right, I need one more of those. And this by itself, like that, looks like a fighter already. I think that they're gonna build some like that as well. You see, just by gluing stuff together, I'm coming up with the new ideas. I sometimes love and sometimes hate myself because there's gonna be a lot of painting and basing for this project. But let's try it. Let's just take 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, very simple idea, you know, that works, and that's the important part. Yeah, so just toss one, and we have another type of fighter. This one looks more like the Battlestar Galactica fighters. Yeah, just top-down view of them, and even the side view. Oh, there is a lot of damaged pieces of pegs. All right. So we have more, and now let's just come up with a new idea, little bit bigger than what we started with. So let's just grab a couple of hexes. This is gonna be something a bit chunkier. Yeah, let's just start gluing stuff together and see where this is gonna go. So if I'm gonna take, yeah, let's try this. This is gonna be trial and error, you know, like, but every single one of my builds is pretty much trial and error. So I'm not surprised when I say that stuff. And quite often I'm not surprised if something doesn't work. Yeah. What I want to do, let's try this. Like give it like wings. Okay, that actually isn't bad. That's another way of doing stuff. And then maybe just a couple of thrusters on the bottom and on the top. So like in here. And in here. Maybe. Huh. I'm thinking so. So let's just add one extra hexagon. And then we can maybe just add another. Yep, it's gonna be looking like we are stacking a couple of spaceships together. But I really do not mind, because that could be a heavy turret on top of it. Yep, that works as a turret. So we're gonna just throw a globe on top of it to be the gunner's position. All right, and then the next one I can actually make the turret rotate. All right, so we're gonna put this as a thrusters. So we need 2 more here. Okay, so that's a heavy fighter, I guess. Let's build another one. And let's see. It's not, like I said, they are not that easy to be just repeated because they are a little bit bigger, so it takes time to build them. But I don't mind. Yeah, that's like, I think that one thing about the entire Peck spaceship fleet is how much of a freedom you have when you are building those little buggers, and how cheap it is, because it's not like with Games Workshop where you are spending hundreds of pounds, just to start an army. In here, like I spent like maybe 15 quids to get everything. Yeah, and I have ton of builds out of it. So yeah, like the entire Peck spaceship fleet is probably some of my cheapest hobbies at this stage. Come on. Yeah, and the most finger gluing intensive one as well, I would say. All right. And this part I can actually build straight away outside because we already have a spaceship built like this before. Come on. Okay, and we can do this. Yeah, and if you like this as it is, you don't have to add the turret. You can keep it like this. That's another, little thing that people quite often forget. Sometimes when I'm building stuff, I'm not exactly, telling you that you have to do this exactly how I did. Especially, you shouldn't. You should actually put your own twist on everything. So there you go. This one is aiming in a different direction. So yeah, that's a small fleet. I think that I'm gonna be able to only fit one of them on the big round basis. So I'm gonna only build two. Yeah, and yeah, let's get to building in a few minutes. So let's just see what we have. We have heavy turreted fighters. Yeah, we have something along the line of the Millennium Falcon esque. I know that it doesn't look exactly like that, but you know. And another one kind of resembling Millennium Falcon. We have two different sizes of a TIE fighter with a different skew in the connections. We have this Battlestar Galactica-esque little buggers. We have those ones that if we put like a round ball in between the prongs, it could be a plasma fighter or something. Yeah, you can put like, and you have quite cool looking plasma fighters. Yeah, like even with a little bit of squeeze in here. But I'm gonna leave them like that. Maybe plasma fighter is gonna come around at some other stage. Yeah, and is that all? Oh no, we have this one. Yeah, that's just, it could be either like this or like this, and it's still a spaceship. But now I'm gonna mount them off screen and get to painting. It looks like mess, but we have our lovely ship bases and we have them primed in, well, from the lack of better word, pink. That's the idea. So we have a couple of them in here. Yeah, what we're gonna do, all of the little globes are going to be blue, so that's why we have Beowulf blue, and then we're gonna paint a couple of panels in black. That's why there is black already in there. So without further ado, let's just start doing the globes, because I think that that's a smaller amount of work. It's gonna be very dark on that pink, but it's not a problem. It's just to distinguish them from the rest of the spaceship. And obviously if it was applied with the airbrush, it would be much smoother, but airbrush is not an answer for everything, although it is answer to a lot of stuff. Yeah, but my airbrush right now is soaking in a airbrush cleaner, so yeah, and I'm not that precise with it, so I would probably screw it up either way. I need to look and get myself a new airbrush compressor, because my one, unfortunately, no matter how much maintenance I do on it, it is dying. So eventually just gonna give up on me. All right, so that's the bonus of building like multiple different shapes, because not everything gonna be having the same details, and it's not, you're not gonna get the burnout so quickly. So there we go. We have what, one more with the globe, and then we have our TIE fighters that have orbs inside, and I think to paint those orbs in blue as well. So yeah, the globes are painted, I think, on everything. Now let's just get those orbs done. If you like to have a squadron leader, you can do it like I did on one of the previous videos, where one of the spaceships is actually different color. Yeah, just to represent a leader of the squadron. Sorry, I cannot. I'm concentrating a little bit too much, that's why I'm not talking, because I don't want to mess it all up too much. And that's precision engineering, yeah? Space engineering, I would even say. And then we have the smaller ones. So with the basing, I wasn't really putting, like I didn't drill the holes into the little orbs, so I was trying to at least glue them so they don't gonna fall apart, with the first met with reality. So I'm hoping that that's gonna kind of work out. All right, and one more. Okay, dokie. So that's the blue pieces done. Now let's just grab the spaceships and think about black panels. Yeah. So I'm thinking, our little TIE fighters, Yeah, maybe just a line through one of the wings. I was at the beginning thinking, entirely black panels on both sides, but I think that it might be a little bit of overkill, just a line on one of the wings. Maybe it's gonna be like a squat marking or something. Yeah. So that's the little TIE fighters done. Now let's try to do the big ones. And on these ones, to make them different, let's just paint one entire panel. On the same side, yeah. Okay, so pink and black, okay. There we go, so that's our TIE fighters done. Now, since they fell into my hand, those big fighters, what we're gonna do, just a small panels on the front. Of each pack, so every single one of those little panels. So that's gonna be, I'm not gonna be going under them, just everything that is visible from the tabletop. So that's not a massive amount, but that one panel can make the difference. It can look like a cockpit or something and stuff like that. Okay, so this one is done. Now with these ones, I was thinking the wings go in black. Yeah, well, the top of them at least. So that's what I'm doing. All right, we have this one. Yeah, on this one we're gonna just go with the raised panels. So you have 3 on each pack. So 1, 2, and 3, and they're gonna be like all of the little divots still gonna be pink, but those side panels, they all gonna be black. And we are not touching inside panels, so just on the outside of the ship. If you can hear, maniacal laughter, that's somebody outside my window. It's not me. I live next to the pub, so stuff like that happens. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice that I have the little bugger outside of the camera. Let me just pull it back because I tend to just paint closer to me. All right. With those ones, again, the same kind of thing, just the raised panels. And I don't know, like those pink colors, I do actually enjoy them. Like, I'm thinking that I'm turning towards chaos. It might be that the cult of pleasure is getting in my head. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did bought a box of Lords of Excess. I did build them. And I did started painting them with a lot of this pink color. All right, so that's another one. And I think that we have only one left. Yeah. And I think that on this one we're gonna do exactly the same, but this time around I'm talking about the wing or whatever, you know, this is a cockpit or whatever you would want to call it. But this time around we're gonna paint it entirely black. So entire hexagon gonna be black. Sorry, the camera is in the way, so that's why I'm just twisting and turning this around. Oh yeah, and we have the big fighters as well to finish. So let's just... Yeah, I didn't think about this one when I was gluing this. It's gonna be a bit close to each other. Yeah. You see, that's the problem with me. I want to finish the project and then I decided to make it harder on myself. If I just left them pink without adding blue or black, it would be done. But no, I have to be fancy. Because, you know, I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining. I'm Polish. This is a national sport. Did I got everything? Probably not. But I got most of it, so that's it. And now we have those two buggers. And I just think only this one panel on each of the pegs. Oh, I need to sneeze. Okay. And my bag is blown. I love this, you know. Being after 40 and, you know, you sneeze, you blow your back. It's my favorite thing in the universe. I want to be young again. Give me back my 20s when I could see what I'm painting. That would be nice. All right, so we have one and then the other one, because they are the same, just a little bit twisted. Yeah, on one the turret is moving to shoot someone on the side. Almost there. All right, here we go. Oh, done. I wasn't expecting to build so many. It was supposed to be like 3 different kinds. We turned out with 8 different kinds, so yeah, quite a lot. Let's just throw them on the spin table and see how they turn out all together. So it was a very tight fit to actually fit all of them onto the table. But as you can see, they are finely done. It's quite few of them, quite different designs. Coloristically, you know, they can fit into the same army. Paint wise, I did do a couple of boo-boos, but getting back and fixing them in pink, I'm not gonna do it. It's just too much hassle, so I'm just gonna keep them as they are. Yeah, but if you like this video, you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about the ships, and if you have any ideas how to improve upon them. Yeah, and everyone have a great day and take care. Bye bye.